So your audit does not have to feel like an interrogation, right? It is not meant to catch fraud. Well, although if there is fraud, an audit will show that. But it's merely meant to make sure that things are being reported properly. My name is Noelle Foden McDowell, and in today's video, I'm gonna walk you through how to prep for your audit, but in a way that leaves you feeling more confident. So, step one, documentation. I say it all the time. Documentation is the most important thing when it comes to nonprofit, because you have to have backup for everything that you're doing, and it tells a story on why. So that means you want to make sure you have all of your bank statements, not just documented and filed away, but also reconciled to an accounting system. You want to make sure that you have all of your grant agreements. You want to make sure that you have all of your contract agreements for work that may be done within your organization. You want to make sure you have all your payroll reports. You want to make sure that you have all of your invoices and receipts to any transactions that are either being paid through a bill payment section or through credit card. So documentation, as I'm going to always emphasize, it's very important, because that is the way that they make sure that you are spending and allocating things that are leading back up to the mission. Because this is a nonprofit, it's not a for-profit. The main goal is not to increase profit, but to actually use the funds to complete the mission. So step two, you want to make sure that you are communicating with your financial team early. And so what I mean by that is, of course, you may not be doing the day-to-day work if you are the leader of the organization, but you want to make sure that your finance team, your bookkeeper, your accountant, whomever is essentially being in a place, I like to say being audit ready all the time, which means it's happening on a day-to-day basis. You're making sure that as things are being spent, that documentation is being collected. You're making sure that you're doing reviews on a weekly basis. You're making sure that you're doing reconciliations monthly. Why? Because yes, the audit happens one time a year, but in order to make sure that it is successful, you have to prep all year around. And that should essentially be a part of your month-end close process, so that you are always in a position where you're collecting this information. Because if you wait till that one time a year, you may be stuck not remembering what happened or not being able to retrieve certain information or documents. Step three, you're gonna wanna make sure that the financial help that you have, that they are prepping what we call schedules. And so schedules are essentially like showing your work, right? Remember, and when we were in school and we had to do math work and we did addition, subtraction, multiplication, all the things, and you could simply just write the answer, right? But that means that you could have used the calculator, somebody could have told you, but showing your work is essentially what lets the teacher know that you knew how to get to the problem. It's the same thing with the audit. These schedules, whether it's your prepaid schedule, your fixed assets, it is basically showing them how you got to certain numbers, right? Expenses and paying bills, those sorts of things can be pretty straightforward. But when it comes to things like depreciation or how you recognize vacation liability, all those things need schedules, because it shows the auditors that you were keeping track of this information, and it shows how you kind of got to the ending result. The fourth thing I would say is to not think of an audit as like it being the scary thing. I know that it can be overwhelming, but if you have the right people in place that are helping you prepare for it, there is no need to be afraid. It actually, in my opinion, helps to make sure that you are doing things smoothly along the way. But you're not just here to survive the audit. Like, I want you to reframe your thinking and thinking of it as an opportunity that you have the auditors in front of you, that you can ask questions. You can get suggestions from them of how to do things better. You shouldn't feel afraid to lead with those things, because nobody's going to do everything perfect, and laws are changing all the time. And so just keeping that in mind, of treating your auditors in your audit as not like this scary team of people, but that somebody is there that can advise and help you do things smoother. So if this video helps you feel a little bit at ease about the audit, please go ahead and subscribe so that you don't miss out on any other videos that I have coming up. But also, a part of the audit is making sure that you are tracking grants and restricted funds. And so in my previous video, I go into detail about how you actually can do that within QuickBooks. So go check it out, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.